Hi! In this lesson, we will go over a simple exercise to get you started in learning the process of word problem solving. However, first, let's go over the set of activities in the process. When we solve a word problem, we make these 4 activities. First, we try to understand the big picture, or the situation in the problem. Second, we try to understand the given details. Third, we get to know the requirements. And finally, we develop a solution for the problem. This is the normal process that we unconsciously repeat every time we solve a problem. To get a correct answer to the problem, however, we need to accomplish all these steps correctly. The thing is, most of the time, we accomplish only some correctly, and this is the reason that sometimes we get a wrong answer or no answer at all to the problem. In this course, we learn and practice all these steps, so you will gain a good understanding of all of them and avoid errors. To get started, let's apply the process to this practice problem. We'll start with the first step. In this step, we will focus on understanding the big picture. The big picture represents the situation, or simply, what's going on in the problem. Here we can specify the big picture as follows. Sally bikes over a distance. As you can see, this is a simple, qualitative description of the situation, and it specifies what's going on in this problem. Often, problems that seem complex from a first look involve relatively simple situations. Therefore, specifying the big picture and the situation in a problem provides a great advantage. We're going to learn and practice this skill in the following lessons. Don't give up until you completely master this important skill. Now, let's continue to the second step and define the details. In this step and the next one, we will break down the problem into simpler, more manageable pieces. As you can see, in this problem, there are 2 given details, 12 miles per hour and 31 hours. We start by going over every given detail and defining its purpose. For example, the details of this problem can be specified as follows. The speed of Sally is 12 miles per hour, and the travel duration of Sally is 31 hours. As you can see, we break down the given details in the problem and define them clearly. Note, if you don't understand each detail correctly, you might miss the correct answer. However, don't worry. We will learn and practice this essential skill until you understand it completely and can apply it suitably to various kinds of problems. Breaking down a problem is an important skill you should master. In the previous step, we broke down the details of the problem into simpler, more manageable pieces. The next activity is to break the problem again, but this time we break down the problem requirements. In this activity, we focus on understanding every requirement and specify it clearly. As you can see, this problem contains a question. How far can Sally bike? So the requirement is the distance traveled by Sally. In this problem, there is only one requirement, but generally, there can be more than one. If you fail to define the correct requirement, you might get a correct solution, but for the wrong problem. We're going to pay attention to this skill and practice it, so by the end of the course, you'll be able to apply it to any problem you need to solve. Now, it's time to solve the problem. Solving the problem simply means calculating the value required by the problem. And since we already defined the requirement in the previous step, what's left to do is to develop an equation based on a known formula or logical relation. The proper formula here is the distance formula. According to this formula, the distance is equal to the speed times the travel duration. Therefore, the proper equation here is d equals v times t. We have one unknown in this problem, so we can substitute the values of the speed and the travel duration to obtain the value of the distance, 372 miles. And that covers the whole process end to end. In this lesson, we made an overview of the whole process of solving a word problem. The key points are, the word problem-solving process is comprised of 4 steps. To reach a correct answer, we need to carry out each of these steps correctly. Breaking down the given details and the requirements is very helpful when solving a problem. In the next lessons, we're going to study all these skills, understand them, and learn to apply them to any problem we need to solve. If you have any questions or want to open a discussion, just leave a comment on the Q&A section, and we'll get back to you shortly. See you in the next lessons.